Hi, and welcome to today's episode of the Microscope podcast by Teloscope Advisors. I am your host, Julia Brown, and I am the founder of Teloscope Advisors. Before we get into today's topic, and this is a solo episode, it'll be, 10, 15 minutes. Feel free to listen to this while you're washing the dishes or you're driving into work, maybe going for a run. I want to start off by talking about singing. I always thought that I was a really bad singer. And I am not a great singer, but I always thought I was a really bad singer my whole life. I was like, oh man, I can't sing. And then I realized there were certain songs I could sing really well, like Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton, or Killing Me Softly by the Fugees, or even like Hands Down by Dashboard Confessional. And what do those have in common? So that's a male tenor and two female altos. Are there a lot of female altos out there? No. A lot of female singers are sopranos. And I was trying to sing outside my key, outside my range. And that's why I thought I was a bad singer. When I started singing songs within my range, I realized I actually can carry a tune. I can do it. I can carry a tune. So quick question or ask of the audience. If you feel like you're a bad singer, I want you to think about the songs that you can sing well and what do they have in common. Maybe even look up what is the vocal range and style of those singers who are singing those songs? Maybe you're just trying to sing out of key. And I know. That is such a squirrel moment for me. But it is relevant to business as well, right? How often have we been in the wrong seat within an organization and had a lot of friction either with our boss or with our team or within ourselves around the role that we were trying to do versus being in the right seat? And really, it becomes a lot easier. If you are watching this episode on YouTube, you get full summer Julia, which came in from a run, have sunglasses on my head, hair is in a messy pony, and have a sweatshirt on because this is summertime, Jules. So come as you are. Welcome to the podcast. Let's talk today about business management consulting. You know that feeling that you get when your business should be working. On paper, everything's checking out. But there's something just off. You can feel that friction. Maybe you're singing in the wrong range. You can see the ceiling, and every time you try to push through it alone, you end up right back in the same place. That's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So how often are you running your business and carrying the weight of a problem you haven't been able to solve? It could be a team member who's quietly or not so quietly becoming a liability. Maybe you're in the middle of a massive transformation and everyone around you keeps saying, great plan, but nobody's actually moving. No one's executing. No one's putting the plan into action. Or maybe you're watching expenses creep up, execution breakdown. You're grinding every single day and the needle just won't move. If any of that landed with you, I need you to hear me. You are not broken. Your business is not broken. You're just under-supported. And that's a very different problem and a different solution. Here's what the data actually tells us. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 20% of businesses fail in their first year. By the 5-year mark, nearly half have closed their doors. And when researchers dug into why, the answers weren't just bad market or we ran out of money. The top culprits were actually the wrong team, poor management, organizational dysfunction, and leadership breakdown. In fact, in a 2024 Harvard Business Review analysis, it was put plainly, a dysfunctional leadership team is a serious drag on strategy execution, and it can make or break a CEO's entire tenure. So let that sink in for a second. The thing that's quietly killing good businesses is not always a bad idea or a bad market, bad product fit. It's a broken internal structure that nobody has stopped long enough. And honestly, nobody has been outside enough to see clearly. Here's the thing about being inside your own business. You're too close to it. It's not a weakness. It's just physics. You can't read the label from inside the bottle. That's where an outside advisor comes in. And I know, some of you just had a little resistance come up. A consultant, an advisor, that's for big companies. That's expensive. I don't need someone coming in and telling me what I already know. Stick with me because I'm about to flip that script entirely. The global management consulting industry is now worth over $900 billion and growing every single year. You know why? Because smart leaders, the ones building things that matter, figured something out. The cost of staying stuck is always higher than the cost of getting unstuck. One advisory firm ran the math this way. If your business is generating $1 million in revenue in a well-structured advisor engagement improves your operational efficiency by just 10%. That's $100,000 of additional profit every year, indefinitely, compounding. But here's what I want you to hear even more than the revenue number. Advisory work and consulting isn't just a financial play. It's a clarity play. It's a momentum play. Think about the best leaders you've ever admired, the ones who seem to always know exactly what to do, who to trust, how to execute. You know what they have in common? It's not that they're smarter than everyone else. It's that they're ruthlessly intentional about who they let in to their corner. They don't try to figure it all out alone. They have the right experts on speed dial, and they are not afraid to make the call. That's what a great advisory relationship gives you. Not someone to come in and tell you what you're doing wrong. Someone to stand beside you, see the whole picture with fresh eyes, and help you move with a kind of clarity and confidence that changes everything. And this is exactly why I built Teloscope Advisors. After spending years inside of mortgage and financial services organizations, working my way up from a loan officer to SVP of operations to strategic partner at a top 30 mortgage company, I kept seeing the same pattern over and over again. Brilliant founders, talented teams, big visions. And somewhere between the vision and the execution, something would break. And because everyone was so deeply in it, they couldn't see where the break was, or they were protective around it not being theirs. So I built a firm that exists to do exactly that, to zoom in to where it matters most. The name Teloscope is intentional. It's about purpose-driven, precision-focused advisory, and that is how we work. So whether you're navigating a major transformation, struggling with organizational design, dealing with a bad actor on your team, blocked by expense, stuck on a big initiative that won't launch, or just sitting in that uncomfortable in-between space where you know something has to change, but you can't quite name it yet. That's our zone. One of my clients put it this way, and I'll never forget. He said, something was off. No one could see deeply enough or stand back far enough to see the whole story until I talked to Julia. And before I even hung up, she was already close to getting it. That's what we do at Teloscope. We get in the weeds with you. We don't flinch at complexity. We bring structure to chaos, clarity to ambiguity, and momentum to teams that have gotten stuck. We hold our teams accountable. If that sounds like what you need, stay with me because I'm going to give you exactly where to start right now. All right, 3 action items. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper. Number 1, name the friction. This week, I want you to sit down, just you, quiet, no interruptions, and write down the top 3 things in your business that are costing you the most energy. Not necessarily the most money yet, but the most energy. The things that keep showing up in your thoughts at 2 a.m., the conversations you keep avoiding, the initiatives that keep stalling. Write them down. You can't solve what you haven't clearly named, so get them out of your head and onto paper. Number 2, audit your advisors. Look at the people who you're turning to right now for guidance on your biggest challenges. Are they people who truly understand your situation? Are they outside of it? Do they have a stake in it? Are they people who are just as close to the problem as you are? Maybe even a part of it? There is enormous power in objective, outside perspective. If you don't have someone in your corner who can give you that, it's time to change. Number 3, have one real conversation, not a discovery call for the sake of discovery, a true, real conversation with someone whose job it is to help businesses like yours, where you actually say out loud what's going on. Don't polish it up. Don't minimize it. Tell them the real thing. You'll be amazed at what clarity can come from even 1 hour of an honest, focused conversation with the right person. And if you want that conversation to be with us, I want you to go to Julia Brown or Teloscope Advisors on LinkedIn, and let's connect. We'll do a complimentary advisory call for your business if you're ready to look at where you're at and build a real plan for where you're going. You can also email me. It's jbrown, like the color. So jbrown@teloscope.co, and that's spelled TELOSCOPE.co. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. You didn't come to this to stay stuck. The fact that you're here, listening, investing in your growth and your team and your vision tells me everything I need to know about who you are. You're the kind of leader who finds a way. And sometimes finding a way means being honest enough to say, I can't see clearly from where I'm standing at this moment, and I need someone who can. It's not a weakness. It's exactly the move that separates leaders who break through from ones who keep circling the same mountain. You've got this, and you don't have to figure it out alone. I'm Julia Brown. This is Microscope by Teloscope Advisors, where we zoom in, get real, and get to work. Until next time, go do something that matters.